The money in your wallet is not actually money. It is a legal claim on a debt that can never be paid. Every time you work an hour of overtime, you are trading your finite life energy for a currency that is being intentionally devalued by a central computer. Most people feel the pressure of the rising cost of living, but they cannot point to the exact moment the floor was pulled out from under them. That moment occurred on August 15, 1971. During a secret weekend meeting at Camp David, with a single televised speech, the world was moved from a foundation of solid gold to a foundation of pure trust. A trust that has been systematically betrayed for over 5 decades. We are not living in a natural economic cycle. We are living in the fallout of the greatest financial heist in human history. To understand the scale of this betrayal, we must look at the world of 1944. As World War II drew to a close, representatives from 44 nations gathered at a hotel in New Hampshire called Bretton Woods. The goal was to design a new global financial architecture. The result was a system where the US dollar was pegged to gold at $35 per ounce, and every other currency was pegged to the dollar. It was a promise to the world: the dollar is as good as gold. For decades, the United States benefited from being the world's reserve currency, but the temptation to overspend was too great. To fund the Vietnam War and the massive social programs of the Great Society, the U.S. began printing more dollars than it had gold to back them. When foreign nations, led by France, realized the vault was empty and began demanding their gold back, the system reached a breaking point. Richard Nixon's temporary suspension of the gold standard in 1971 was the ultimate bait and switch. By severing the link between the dollar and gold, the U.S. government gained the power to create infinite currency out of thin air. This transformed the global economy into a giant experiment in fiat currency. Without the discipline of gold, the supply of dollars exploded, and with it, the price of everything you need to survive. This is the hidden mechanism of the Cantillon effect, where those closest to the source of the money, the big banks and the political elite, get to spend the new currency before prices rise while the average worker receives. The money lasts after its purchasing power has already been evaporated by inflation. +1. The consequence of this shift is a world defined by a debt trap. Because the currency is no longer a store of value, the only way to grow an economy or a household is through the massive accumulation of debt. We have transitioned from a society of savers to a colony of debtors. The SWIFT system, once a tool for simple international trade, became a digital panopticon used to enforce the hegemony of a currency backed by nothing but military force and the obligation of taxpayers. This is why, despite the technological miracles of the last 50 years, the average family now requires 2 incomes to achieve what a single income could provide in the 1960s. The system is functioning exactly as it was redesigned to. It is a vacuum that sucks the value out of labor and deposits it into the ledgers of the financial class. Breaking free from the Bretton Woods Betrayal requires you to stop thinking in terms of price and start thinking in terms of value. When you measure your wealth in fiat currency, you are measuring it with a shrinking yardstick. The solution is to return to the very assets the system tried to make you forget. For 5,000 years, gold has been the only insurance policy against the arrogance of central bankers. In the digital age, Bitcoin represents the first decentralized attempt to recreate a hard cap scarcity that no government can print away. To survive the coming final devaluation of the dollar, you must move your labor into assets that cannot be conjured out of a computer. The 1971 shock was a trap set for the world, and the only way out is to refuse to play a game where the rules are changed behind closed doors.